Okay, cool.
All right, my guy, dude. So good to check in, bro. Good to see what's up, dude. I'm here with Jacob Barnes, one of my good buddies. Met quite a few years ago on the mission, and just checking in on life and everything going on, man. But you've had some exciting news and stuff going on with your life, so I'm pumped to talk, man, and see what you got going on and what's got you to this point.
Yeah. Um, It'll be fun. Do you want a quick update? I mean, you just mentioned the big news. Do you want the update now or like
Yeah,
we get
dude.
into that later?
Let's get into that a little bit later, dude. But I just want
Okay,
to,
all right, all right.
you know, obviously, Jacob, you're running a business, entrepreneur, kind of going down through that, dude. But I want to talk about what led up to you being an entrepreneur. Because, dude, no, I personally don't believe someone's fucking born an entrepreneur. I don't believe it.
Mm.
I don't believe some people were just born, hey, dude, I'm a fucking entrepreneur, and that's what it is. I feel like some people have different skills than other sets. But I'm so pumped, bro, because you and I are so different, right?
Yeah.
And our personalities, our mindset, stuff like that. But yet we're both entrepreneurs and we're both going down that. So, dude, I just want to find to interview you a little bit, talk about your life growing up, dude. So, kind of just explain a little bit where you're from, how your life growing up was, and and things that happened to you as a child.
Sure. Well, I'm from South Carolina, and while I was in South Carolina, so well, I mean, I moved out when I was like 18 or whatever, came to Utah. Well, did the mission, then came to Utah. But while I was in South Carolina, it was very much the just following the standard path, and same thing with college, following the standard path. And yeah, I don't know. You could say it was very, very normal. Definitely did not feel like one of those people who you're talking about that are born into it. Or I mean, you're saying you don't think there are those types of people, but definitely did not seem like me, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Um, so yeah, I mean, I just did normal stuff. I was like in band. I did choir in high school. I mean, I loved like dancing and stuff like that. Very
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big musical background. But then, did the mission, then went to college and very normal there, just like following the path. I did 2 years where I was just trying to figure out what I want to do, and then had a roommate that was doing some computer stuff. He was an information systems major, and I was like, wait, that's sweet. I'm gonna try that. And so I started doing information systems, and I loved it, so I kept going with that. And then we really just kind of happened to come across um, Flow Savvy. That's the company I'm doing now. We just kind of happened. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of just like fell into it and it like felt right. And it was a ton of fun. So we kept going with it. But yeah, that's kind of the background. Very standard. Just
Okay. So you feel like growing up you had a quote unquote, if there was like a picture of a normal childhood, you had it, right? Mom and a dad, siblings. You feel like you had a normal childhood growing up, a normal American childhood.
basically, yeah, very lucky in that sense as well. I'm not taking that for granted.
Yeah. So grew up middle class.
Right.
You know, what obviously, what are some key things that you either learned growing up from your parents, your mom, your dad, from someone around you, that instilled a type of work ethic? Because, dude, growing growing up, dude, to be a fucking entrepreneur and open a business, there's got to be some work ethic. Because, dude, it's a fucking grind.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so who do you think, or do you have any like key impacts that happened to you in your life, or someone you really learned from, like that taught you how to fucking work?
Absolutely, man. Immediately when you say that, well, going back, back in South Carolina as I'm growing up, college, everything. Um, yes, I always had my parents who, well, specifically my dad. Like it was very easy to tell they really believed in me. They always said you can be whatever you want. And my dad would always make these comments like when we're talking about his success or whatever, he's like, "You're gonna be even more successful than I am." He would say that with no doubt in his mind, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." But like, in that time, I didn't really think about it. But now, looking back, it's very obvious that that was so instilled in me that like just that confidence, like I am going to be successful. There are people that believe in me. I believe in me. I know I can do this. So yeah, definitely that was a huge advantage happening. Excuse me, I'm not getting emotional. I just had a cough. Um, yeah, that definitely was an advantage having someone that had that much confidence in me to kind of just make it subconscious in myself.
Yeah. Bro, that's fucking fire, man. Because I think about my parents, right? I was adopted. My mom and dad love them
I
to
didn't know
death.
that.
Yeah, yeah, man. I was adopted
Wow.
when I was just a baby. And then yeah, so my parents had my brother, and then my mom couldn't get pregnant again, and so they adopted me. And so I'm not blood related to my parents. But dude, my parents, man, because I grew up and I always had financial struggles. That was kind of always our
Mm,
family trial, is what we talked about. The Liston family struggle was money. That's just
mm,
always what it was. It wasn't love in the household. It wasn't doing things as a family. It wasn't having good relationships. Had all that. But dude, talking about that, which is huge, man, that I think about is, dude, my parents have always supported me, right? As far as you can do whatever you believe you to. My mom always told me, Brad, whatever you put your mind to, you're going to succeed. Whatever you want to do, you can succeed.
yeah.
And that right there, bro, has been a huge impact because I think about my life, bro. I've always had confidence of the world, bro. Like, people think I'm
Yeah.
conceited. I'm cocky. I'm confident. People don't like me. People think I'm an asshole. But I really go back, bro, and I like that you said that because I really attribute to that, which is why I fucking hate parents, people who tell kids they can't do things, tell people
Yeah.
to stop dreaming. And, bro, we literally believe that. And
Yeah.
like that's what happens to society, man, is we literally fucking believe, oh, I'm not good enough to accomplish this. I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to get this. And then all of a sudden, bro, they sell their whole fucking life and they go through the motions of what a normal life looks like because someone
Right.
didn't support them to
Yeah. It's
dream, you
so
know?
it's so funny that you say this today because just this morning, we all like have our daydreams, whatever, we're making up situations in our head. Just this morning, I was imagining a situation in the future where, I'm like raising my kid or whatever. I don't have any kids right now, but, I got a kid in the future and
Yeah.
they go to school and their like elementary school teacher tells them they can't do something or like stop trying to do that, like stifle your creativity. That's not going to happen. So like don't put your mindset there. And I was so pissed at them in this fantasy world. I was screaming at this teacher. I'm like,
Yeah.
just because you have a boring ass job and you have stifled your creativity that you had when you were a child, don't stifle my kid. Like
Yeah.
don't. That's so funny you say that because yeah, it's
Yeah, man.
I was just having that conversation with myself today. But
Dude,
yeah,
it
a
it
lot of
pissed
people. You go ahead.
yeah, no, it pisses me off, man, because dude, I'm a dreamer, right? I'm always a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
dreamer.
Uh-huh.
And dude, I know what my dream house is gonna look like. I have it planned out. I know what I'm gonna have. I've talked to you for years, bro, and I'd always make the joke like, dude, I can't wait till I'm fucking chilling on the yacht. You know,
Yeah.
and it's funny, dude, but like, I'm gonna have a yacht.
Uh-huh.
Like, and there's no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna have it. And
I
and
love
that's
that.
just and dude, and it gets me thinking, bro, like, am I crazy? Like, am I not mentally stable? Like, dude, because I literally believe in my mind, bro. When I get my mind fixated on something, it's done. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, right? I decided, hey, I'm gonna move out here and open my business, dude. There wasn't an inkling of failure of I don't know, dude. I was like, I'm gonna do it. Now I better fucking figure out how to do it, and and look what I've built and look what I continue to build. And so,
Right.
dude, it's crazy just thinking like, dude, I don't know. Now, do you feel, you know, how do you feel, on that, like, about like your mindset? Do you feel like you like think something, you're like, dude, there's no doubt in my mind it's gonna happen? Like, are you more reserved, or are you like, bro, it is gonna happen? Like, kind of my personality, right? I have a tattoo that says all bets on me, dude. I'm a gambler. I'm all in.
Mm.
Let's go. Like, dude, I don't
Uh-huh.
think twice about shit.
Yeah. Well, first of all, about your comments about the yacht and stuff and your mindset, I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to happen. Not 1% doubt in my mind that that is going to be your life, because that's what you want and you're going to get it. No doubt. For me, what was the question? It was what's my mindset on um, that, like, do I set my mind on something and there's no doubt, or like am I reserved? Was that the question?
Yeah, so what is your process to, I guess, I mean, I'm trying to think of the question. What is your process to be all in on something, fully committed, right? Do you take a long process to think, to analyze, to weigh out your options? Because for me, I'm more of like, dude, I make my mind up quick, and because I'm like, yeah, that's it, dude. I'm ready to go. I'm all in. Like
Hmm.
I don't really have reservations. I'm more of a gambler. Like, let's go, dude. I'm all in. Dude, I say yes to everything. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
How does your process and obviously, for you building your business?
Yeah. It's a good question. Just thinking about it 1 second. You can cut this part out. Most of the time, I would say I do have the all-in mentality, but it's also I recognize there is the risk of failure, and if that does happen, it's not a problem. I'm going to learn for it. I'm going to learn from it, and something better is going to come from it in the future. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. I like that you said that. Like for me personally, right? I have a no fail mentality that I won't fail.
Tell
Now,
me
do
tell me more
I
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I opened up this business, right? My pest control company. And dude, we've been a day away from going under, like some days, bro. Like I'm telling you, like emotions through the fucking roof, depressed, lonely, shit in your pants, like fuck, dude, how are we gonna make this happen, right?
Yeah.
But there was never an inkling in my mind that this won't work, that I'm
Mm,
gonna fail. Because for me, I have a no fail mentality that it's not gonna fail. Doesn't mean I don't stumble along the way or make wrong decisions that I learn from them, right? Like, so fail in that aspect, but a
sure.
total fail, like for my business, dude, there's no way I let this thing fail. Like, dude, I'm so invested into it. And I got too much pride that I can't fail. I got too many people that are relying upon me that I guess maybe I'm in too deep to fucking fail.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, I think yeah, we well, yeah, maybe we're just different in that aspect. I do have less people relying on me for this. If Flow Savvy goes down and it's a total loss, I don't have other people on the payroll. It's just me that has to go back to work. It would suck, but um, I also know that it won't be a total failure. Where like, well, I don't want to say like I'm okay with failure because man, that would suck. If we had to,
Yeah.
totally start over something that we've been building for almost 4 years, that would suck. Um, but I know I also have the mindset to where if it does fail, it's not going to absolutely destroy my life. I'm still going to be a happy person, and I'm going to learn from it, do something else, maybe start another business in the future. But it's not like all of my happiness isn't riding on this. Yeah, we'll put it that way.
Yeah, no, that's fine, man. Dude, mindset's huge. So
Yeah.
dude, I want to get into your business, dude, kind of what it is, and then I want to get into how you came up with this thing. 'Cause dude, actually let's rewind a little bit into college, right?
Yeah.
So you went to college not knowing what you wanted?
Correct. Yeah, it was very much just following the standard go to college so you can get a good job. I didn't know what I wanted to do or which direction I wanted to go until junior year. So 3 years in, I was getting all of my general ed, like my GEs, over with just to give me some time to kind of think about it. And so yeah, I was just taking, the basic science classes, the math classes, the engineering. I did think I wanted to go into engineering, but like mechanical engineering, civil engineering, things
Yeah.
like that. I took one class and I was like, nope, not a chance, not for me. And which is so funny because I thought I wanted to do that for like 3 years. But then, yeah, so I was just kind of floating for 2 years before I figured it out.
Okay, word, dude. Well, so I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask this. Did you graduate?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay, and what's your official degree in?
Information systems. So
Okay.
I did find information systems my junior year, and I stuck with that. And I loved it. That's where I learned how to program, which is what gave me the skills I needed to start Flow Savvy with Lucas, my brother. So very grateful for that. Grateful I did it. I don't think it's the path for everyone, and I don't think wait I needed to do it. Like I had a software engineering job for 1 year out of college, and now my degree is just a piece of paper
Yeah.
because like I'm self-employed, so like who
Yeah.
cares?
No, but
I
it's
feel like
fire, dude.
I was just gonna say I feel like I could have learned what I learned in 6 months,
Okay.
on my own with YouTube. I don't regret that time because met a lot of people and got had a lot of good experiences. But yeah, the last year of my degree, I actually did an alternate program, not in my program at all. It was just this entrepreneurial program, and that helped me way more. So
Okay. Fire. No, dude, it's cool though that that's part of your journey because you know what I'm saying? You went to college, you didn't know what you wanted to do, you found something you liked, then you got your degree and graduated in it, then you took that toll. But what took you, so you worked out of college for 1 year for a company? Is
uh,
that what you're saying?
oh, out of college, yes.
In
So I
program?
graduated, and then I worked at a company for 1 year.
So you graduated, got a normal job like normal people do. When did you have the thought and the inkling like, dude, there I need something more than this, right? Because majority of people, if we're talking about life, right, majority of people graduate and get a job and then they work a job until they die.
Right.
So what happened to you that broke that mold?
It wasn't a specific moment, honestly. And I think everyone has a little bit of this, but I have kind of always felt like this isn't for me. Like, when you're in college and you're looking ahead to the 40 plus years of working a 9 to 5 or whatever, and you're just thinking, it's not me. It doesn't feel right. I know I'm going to be doing something else. I know everyone has a little bit of that. Come on. Don't tell me you know, like there's got to be a little bit of that in every person where they feel like they're meant for something bigger. But I feel like a lot of people just stifle that and they are okay with continuing on that path because it's safe. It's very safe. It felt really good having that job. Like it was good income, it felt very safe. Um, Not for me.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, and obviously, man, you felt like it was not for you, but I would agree with you, man, that everyone has that feeling at some point.
Yeah.
But what drove you to
Yeah.
actually make the decision? You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying?
I
What
got you. I
pushed you
got you.
over the top where you're like, you know what, dude? Like, let's start it. Because, from my understanding, and obviously correct me, you guys were dabbling in it, starting it, and then I just got the news from you, dude, which I'll let you break it, that you officially cut shit off. So
Right.
I want to kind of know that timeline of like, okay, I kind of want to start a business, starting a business, then fuck, dude, I'm all in, let's go. So give me that kind of
Yes.
like
Yes.
that
Yes.
that 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 timeline and that experience.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. So started it, 3 years ago, working on it. It was very, very much a side project while we were in school. I've literally used the words, this is a resume builder. And Lucas is the one that kind of kept it going. There was a couple months where I stopped because I was like, it's too much work for what I want out of it. He kind of had more of the vision. He kept it going, and then a couple months later, I was like, shoot, dude, what am I doing? I need to hop back on this. So then we just kept working on it more, still a side thing. Um, the idea turned into more of a this could work. This could be something that we go full time eventually. And so then that was the idea. As I got a full time job, as Lucas got a full time job, that was the idea. We are going to eventually go full time on this. And then the actual moment that you're talking about is we were talking, we have a meeting every Tuesday where, at least, where we talk and make sure the
Mm-hmm.
business is going in the right direction. And we were just chatting and looking at numbers. We're thinking, okay, we can make this replace our living expenses in 6 months. This is, I mean, back when we were talking about this a couple months ago. And so Lucas was like, why don't we just, we have savings. Why don't we just cut it off right now? Leave our full-time jobs right now to accelerate that. And that conversation was where we were like, oh, this is actually a possibility. We could totally just leave and get this off the ground. So it was a combination of that passive, what I was talking about earlier, where I always had that feeling like this is not for me, the 9 to 5 is not for me. Um, the combination of that always being there with now we have the opportunity to go full time on Flow Savvy, leave the 9 to 5, and we're still on the runway, right? We're still on our savings, getting it off the ground, but we're going to get there. I think we'll still hit that 6 months, and we have a little bit of buffer to if we don't hit that. But yeah, the idea was just now we have the opportunity, we can accelerate it and get it to where we want to be faster.
That's fire, dude. So there's no safety nets right now. There's nothing.
Not really. We got savings, and then we got savings for a couple months. It'll last. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It would probably last like a year or whatever.
It's fire, dude.
Just cutting off. I mean, if we didn't have any income, right? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. Aside from that, if we get to the end of that and we're like, it's not working out, which not gonna happen. But if we got to the end of that and we said, hey, it's not working out, we would just go back to normal jobs until we figure out something else.
Yeah. I mean, that's not an option. You gotta have a no, no,
Right.
don't let that
Yeah.
be an option, bro. That's sick. So let's talk about
Yeah.
what your company is. Like, dude, what are you guys actually fucking building? What is Flow Savvy? Has it always been Flow Savvy? Have you changed names? Like, what stuff do you have to do? Like, obviously getting your business license. Are you gonna get patents? Like, what is your business and kind of the plans on that?
Sure, yeah. So the official business is called Skezi LLC. It is registered as a business. We started as Skezi. That was the name. So many problems with that name. Big problems with pronunciation issues. And so about a year in, we changed it because we were sick of hearing Shezi, Sheezy, Skeezy, all of these different names. Just horrible. When our growth engine is going to be word of mouth, basically exclusively, uh, you can't have a name that's mispronounced easily. People need to be able to hear it
Yeah.
and look it up instantly.
That's,
So
yeah, I mean, especially if someone's first language isn't English.
yeah, yeah, and they're giving us shizzy, sheezy, shezzy. So bad, dude. So yeah, that's the name of the business is still Skezi because that would just be a pain to redo all of that.
Yeah.
But we renamed the app. It's now Flow Savvy, and so you asked what it is basically.
Yeah.
It is an automatic time blocker. So time blocking, a little context. Time blocking is the concept where you don't just throw everything on a to-do list. You actually take your to-do list, put it in specific times in your calendar. It's much more effective if you say, I'm gonna learn Spanish someday. You probably won't. If you say, I'm gonna learn Spanish from 2:30 to 3 o'clock on Wednesday, it's a lot more effective. That's time blocking. But time blocking is really, really tedious. It takes so much time to put everything into your calendar, and then as soon as something comes up, you got to move your entire schedule around. So we just got rid of the friction to make time blocking as easy as possible. It's all automatic. You just throw everything into your to-do list, and the app will schedule everything out for you, hitting all your deadlines, telling you, hey, you might miss this one. It's not going to hit its deadline. Um, and then if something comes up, it automatically rearranges things so you're still hitting all your goals. You know exactly how you're using your time so you can use it as wisely as possible, but none of the friction, none of the tedious nature of it.
Okay, so like if I want to, you know, complete something, I put the day that I want to complete it on.
Basically, you would actually put a due date. So
Okay.
you'd say, let's say I want to take my car to the mechanic sometime in the next 2 weeks, but I don't necessarily care when. Instead of having to go in and put a time in my calendar, because that gets tedious when you're doing that for so many tasks and then trying to manage your schedule that way. I
Okay,
would
yeah.
just throw it in the app and say, I want to get this done sometime before August 10th, something like that.
Okay.
That's the due date. You let the app take care of the
Yeah.
rest, where it'll find time in your schedule and put it there so you know, okay, I definitely have time for this. If something comes up though, it'll just move it around and make sure you're still hitting that deadline. And then as soon as maybe your schedule gets way too busy, like I know you're super busy, if you got so busy that it pushed it past its due date, it'll turn red, it'll flash at you, it's going to say, hey, you're going to miss this deadline. So you get an excellent bird's eye view of basically your time, a visualization of your time,
Okay.
and you can make better decisions with your time that way.
Word. And do you also put like your daily stuff, right? So if I got a job from this time to this time, I hit the gym every single day, and it's not like a due date, but it's something I do every single day.
Right.
That puts it in there too, right?
Right. So that would be your normal calendar stuff. We just call those events.
Okay.
You just put those in, and those are just stationary blocks of time. The
Okay.
tasks that I'm talking about, the smart scheduled tasks, those get fit in around your other
Around
calendar
it.
stuff. Yeah, so it's basically you take a normal
Okay.
calendar, but then you supercharge it with these smart, flexible tasks.
Okay. Now, would I link my normal calendar Apple Maps to this, or can I straight up just use that app and only that app?
Yeah, you can do either. What probably works the best is using, well, I'm not going to say that. You can use just FlowSavvy. A lot of people do that where they don't have an external calendar. You just manage everything right in one app. That's what people like. They just want to
Okay.
do it in one place. If you have a Google Calendar or have an Apple Calendar or something, you can sync them, but we don't rely on them specifically, which is something not a lot of, or which is what most of our competitors do. You have to use a different calendar.
Okay, fire, dude. Now, so with this, who is like your target audience that you're really reaching out for?
It is the individual people that are really focused on their productivity, that are also in the more busy category of people. So why I emphasize individuals specifically is because most people, most of our competitors building this kind of an application are targeting companies. They're targeting the teams. Um, that's where the money is. Companies are willing to pay a lot for productivity. There's a huge underserved market with the individual users. So like people like me, where I'm not working at a company, but I want to be very intentional with my time, and I have a lot of competing priorities. So we're focusing on the individual user experience, not companies. That ends up being people like busy students, busy moms have a lot in their calendar. Realtors, interestingly enough, just a lot of single work. It's like a solo entrepreneur, basically. Um, yeah, does that give you a good picture?
Yeah, no, that's sick, man. Now, with your business, with your app, like you guys, is the app fully released? Like, are you still, obviously you're going to always continue to make edits and stuff like that, but is it released? Like, it can be used?
Fully released, all platforms. Yeah, it's on web, iOS, Android. It's been released, I think, for about 2 years, but obviously we've made leaps and bounds, just improving it, adding things to it, and we will continue to do that. But yeah, it's fully functional.
Okay. Now, with that, how are you getting like the name out, what it does out, and how are you reaching people, and how are you? Because obviously, dude, you need an ROI. You need to bring in money. If
Right,
you don't
right,
bring
right.
in money, bro, no business is sustainable without bringing in money.
Yeah.
So, how are you able to project sales and actually go out and get sales?
Yeah, we're doing more of a product first marketing where we make the product so good that people want to tell their friends. They're like, I mean, productivity is a topic that people talk about all the time. You go hang out with your friends, they're like, "Oh, I'm so busy. I don't have time for anything, whatever." And people will mention these apps. They're like, "Oh, you got to try FlowSavvy. It's going to change your life." If we make the product so good that that just happens everywhere. That's going to be our main growth engine. And then, yeah, so that's been our focus the last couple months, getting rid of the friction points so that the product is just so easy to use and people will want to share it. And then we do marketing efforts on top of that. We're actually transitioning more into that right now, where we got ads running. We are going writing blogs, improving our search engine optimization, SEO. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm curious. Do you guys do stuff with SEO, like search engine optimization and
I
stuff
mean,
on Google and stuff like that?
yeah, I mean, we have and we've done it. We've had people to run it, but just due to finances, we haven't been able to do a ton. I
Okay,
mean, we
yeah,
had
yeah.
people writing blogs for us and stuff like that. But yeah, we're definitely very familiar with it, and it's huge.
Yeah. What's your besides door to door, what's your main like, get the word out there?
Dude, honestly, it's been word of mouth, which is crazy. Because basically, what we opened up, dude, is we want to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I've done pest control forever, man, and we don't want to be a run of the mill pest control service,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Or we don't want to be a door to door company that has a great sales team but a shitty
Right,
service.
yeah.
Or we don't want to be that mom and pop that has a great service but yet they can't sell shit. So right, they don't grow.
Right, yeah.
Like so we want to be a hybrid. So basically what we've built is quality, right? Just going out and building so many loyal customers.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
get referrals from customers every single day, word of mouth. And
Mm,
that's something that you cannot buy.
yeah.
But we have put in our blood, our sweat, our tears. I mean, we're about to hit I think we've already like 560 reviews on Google. We're
Mm,
a 4.9 out of 5 stars. Uh, yeah.
that's dope.
So it's been fireman doing that. We have an incentive program. Like, right, if you refer somebody, we're gonna give you this.
Right.
So having a referral program has been a bonus too. Um, but then also we're in an industry here in Tampa that everybody has pest control,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So why not use us? And kind of just like edging your way in of being local. We're premium. Nobody does the quality of work that we do. We've really built that brand and just that brand recognition. And that's just been built with time. Like you said, man, you want to build something that's so freaking sick that it's going to just, you know, it's going to be harder in the beginning. But as you start getting momentum, that momentum is going to steamroll.
Absolutely.
That, yeah, I mean, that's where we're at. And we're going in, I mean, a year and a half in.
Uh,
And bro, it's been crazy. It's been a grind, dude. Every freaking day grinding. It's been a headache. It's been emotional. It's been depressing. I mean, dude, an emotional roller coaster. But like, dude, I'm sitting back looking like, dude, we've built this,
mhm.
and we've actually built this, and it's cool to see that, man, because I'm very hard on myself, and so to see like people actually leave us Google reviews, say, man, I've been using these guys. They do a phenomenal job. They've really had an impact in my life, even for just pest control.
Yep.
It actually like comes back to recognize me for like something that I'm actually trying to do, that I'm literally grinding every freaking day, and it's nice to actually see that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we're in totally different markets, totally different products, but I've definitely felt a lot of the same things where you're just grinding every day and then, for something that you really care about, and then you get some random person somewhere in the world. Well, I guess for you it's Tampa. For me, it's software, so it can be anywhere. We'll get some random person that sends us a review that's like, "This is amazing, changing my life, my productivity." Well, it's not all about productivity, but it's just helping my life a lot. And dude, I love that so much.
Yeah. Dude, that's fire, man. It's good. It's good to see, man. It's really cool to see, right? Because if I look back at my friends, one, I don't have a lot of friends,
Why
and
is that?
as
Just
you,
kidding.
because of this, because I sit right here, bro. Because the road to the top is lonely, man.
Yeah,
When you sit and you grind, dude. I'm fucking broke, dude. All my money goes into my business, like all this stuff, man. And I just sit back here and I don't get along with a lot of people because I don't correlate, dude. I don't spend my time being a bum.
mm,
I don't spend my time wasting time. Like, dude, I see people just wasting their lives away, not doing anything,
yeah,
and it drives me nuts, bro. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, especially you're in my age, bro. Like our age group, bro, we have a fucking huge advantage because there's so many lazy fucks out there, dude, that don't want to do anything, that if you're willing to grind, put it ahead, bro, endless opportunities. I mean, dude, you started a fucking app with software, and I'm fucking killing bugs.
yeah, dude.
Like, come on, dude.
If you
Like,
work a
eh,
little hard, just like a little harder than everyone else, you are suddenly the 95%, whatever,
exactly, exactly, man. And it's something that people can't sacrifice,
Right,
dude.
yeah.
People can't sacrifice. to get what they want, man. And like I said, you a little bit ago in the show, you talked about being comfortable. People get that nine to
Right,
five,
right,
they're
right,
comfortable, and they don't want to take that risk to go anywhere,
right.
to do anything because of fear. Now, why did you just not settle for a 9 to 5 job? Ultimately, if you could answer that question, simple. Why did Jacob Barnes not settle for a 9 to 5?
Man, I love the question. What else am I supposed to say besides freedom? What else am I supposed to say? Like, when I'm sitting there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I want to go outside, oh, the weather's so good, and I just want to go ride my bike or something, and my manager says, no. Like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just the idea of someone, maybe it's these two ideas. I think the idea of someone holding me down, so maybe that's an organization holding me down, telling me what I can and can't do. So I think that's part of it. The other part is being like everyone else. I don't want to be average. I hate the idea of, well, so one of the worst parts of the 9 to 5 I thought was the commute, where imagine at a specific time every morning, you get in your car along with everyone else on the planet. This is gonna sound like I'm such a dick, but you get in a car the same time as everyone else, you drive to work the same time as everybody else. Everyone, it's the rush hour traffic. Everyone's going to their job. You get there, you work for 8 hours or whatever. Everyone gets in their car at the same time. They go home at the same time. I just felt, and again, I'm not trying to be mean. I feel like a dick saying this. I just felt like such a sheep, and I hate that feeling. So, there might, yeah, there might be people watching this that hate me for saying that, but for me,
Well,
that I
the,
hated that feeling.
well, bro, they hate you because they feel the same fucking way, but they won't take the initiative to do it. So don't feel bad for speaking the truth, bro. Because what I always think about when I think about you, bro, is I think about like, you know how you watch the traffic cam sometime and it's zoomed out and you just see cars on cars on cars on
Yeah,
cars. And dude, I always think of fucking ants,
yeah, yeah,
right? I'm in pest control, right? But just ants. You have the working ants and they're all just fucking working, working and working. And I was like, fuck that,
yeah,
dude. Like that's not gonna be me, bro. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff why I do my business, why I run it, but dude, I love those answers, man. And I agree 120%, bro. No one's gonna tell me what I can and can't do. And that's all even dude, from the moment you met me, bro, people don't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm Brad Listen. I'm gonna do what the fuck I
yeah.
wanna
You
do.
are.
And that's always been my personality too. But second, man, bro, you have one life to live, man. And I think about those people that wake up, drive, sit their ass in traffic, go home. They get home in the evening. They eat dinner. They watch a fucking Netflix on their couch, getting fat. Go to sleep and wake up and do it again.
Yeah, it is so true.
Like, dude, I'm not saying a 9 to 5 is bad, bro. But when your life is so fucking boring, dude, and you do the same shit every day and you have no purpose, you're an ant. You're just fucking you're just fucking going through the motions, man. And for me, what's the point of
Yeah,
that? What's the point of going through fucking motions with no purpose, bro? What am I gonna get out of it? Pay my measly fucking bills, drive my couple-year-old car, live in a basic house, be miserable in my fucking marriage, and die?
yeah. That I think the key there that you said is purpose. I think some people just lose that because the 9 to 5 does work for some people where they really want that security. As long as they have a good purpose, they know what that job is giving them, and they still are going towards those goals that they want. They're still getting what they want. A 9 to 5 is just part of that. For me, that's not the case, and it is sad, like you're saying, to see. We'll call them the ants. Um, the people that don't have that purpose and they are just going to work, coming back to home, filling their time with ridiculous entertainment. They're sitting there watching a Netflix show, and then they go to work the next day. They come back to it the same thing. Well, I won't say specifics, but I knew someone like that, where I watched them every single day, go to work, come back, watch a movie. get up the next day, go to work, come back, watch a movie, complain about their life. Next day, same thing. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what's the goal here? What what is the purpose of your life? Like, does this make
Yeah.
you happy? I don't know. I don't know. People are different, man. I don't want to I don't want to talk shit on that lifestyle because some people might like it, but I feel like the core of most people is not that. It's not to be that. I think you are stifling what you're meant to be if you're doing that.
Everyone has, dude. Everyone has greatness inside
Yes,
of them.
yes,
I'm not saying
yes.
I'm not saying everybody's got to be a business
Right.
owner. I'm not saying everybody's got to be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying everyone's got to be rich. Some people, dude, don't need to be rich. Some people don't, dude. A lot of people are going to talk to me and say, "Well, I don't need a
Right.
yacht. That's not part of my
Right.
plan." I'm like, "That's great, but that's fucking my plan."
Yeah.
Like, that's my plan, and that's what's going to happen for me. But it's just sad to see, man, that people don't live their lives. Their lives live
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. That's kind of, I mean, bringing it
But
back full circle, that is one of the purposes of Flow Savvy. I don't mean to like put a pitch in here, but that is one of the purposes of Flow Savvy. You can't make good decisions with your time if you don't understand your time. And so Flow Savvy gives you that visual. It's like a graph. You know, if you're looking at data, if you're looking at the raw data, you don't know you don't know how to make decisions with that data. But when you visualize it, now you can make decisions on that data. And that's what Flow Savvy is doing for people. It's letting them visualize their time so they can use their time intentionally. They can get what they want. Even, you know, if they have a life that they don't like at the moment, they can throw it in their to-do list and it will put time in their calendar. They can see their time laid out and they say, if I want, or if this is the life that I want, this is what my life would have to look like in order to get that. That's the whole point of Flow Savvy. You see your goals, you see your plan, you see your time, what it would need to be in order to live the life that you want.
yeah, bro, and I love that, man, because I run my sales
Right.
team, right? So my official title, obviously I own the company here, but my official title, me and my business partner Jay are starting to separate ourselves and our duties, right? And my official title, I'm the CSO, I'm the Chief
Hmm.
Sales Officer. I'm responsible solely for sales. And I talk to my sales guys every day about a POA, a plan of action. What's my plan of action to get me to my
Hmm.
mission? First of all, what the fuck is the mission? What is my mission? What is my
Yeah.
goal? Okay, now what's my POA to get there? And when you break it down, bro, we have a ton of missions. Like we have a lot, especially for me, right? Being a business owner, I'm like, dude, I got to do this, 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 I got to do this. Plus, I have all my other personal goals and personal life stuff like that that I got to do, which I like the as a busy man, as an entrepreneur, and as a businessman, I like the idea of Flow Savvy because, dude, I can plug in all the shit that I need to accomplish. If I like, for me, bro, I'm reading a book, right? And I set a certain date that book, that I want that book to be finished. Throw it on there, and I see the end date, like, bro, boom, this date, my book needs to be fucking finished this day,
Yep.
and get it done. And, and just see certain things like that, or like, dude, I need to meet with this person. I need to hop on a call. Like, dude, I have a list over here of people I want to talk to, right? And reach out to. Well, dude, I throw it in that, and it's like, boom, 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 boom. Reach out to this person, reach out to this person, reach out to this person, and then it gets done. And it's like I'm able to be more
Right.
organized.
Yeah. If it's in your calendar, you're so much more likely to get it done. You got all this stuff running around in your head. As soon as you put it into a calendar and you say, I'm gonna do this at this time, it you're just so much more likely to get it done. And yeah, we've just taken out the tedious nature of scheduling where it just boom, it's in your calendar. Look, it's right here. You have time for it. Why aren't you doing it? If they don't do it, it just pushes it back. It just keeps pushing it back until they do it. So it's a constant reminder. It just makes procrastination just top of mind. I mean, yeah, you're just making better decisions with your time.
Yeah. No, that's fire, man. Now, obviously this may be too soon, but what do you envision? Do you want to build this app to where another company sees it, comes in, and fucking writes you a fat fucking check for that? Is this something you want to hold on to and keep building and progressing? Like, what is, because dude, your industry is totally different than
Yeah,
mine, and I know nothing about it. Like, what is kind of like your goal, and kind of like in a perfect world, what's your vision?
vision. It's a tricky question because there is a balance. Um, I could say the vision is to get it as big as possible, but that doesn't really encompass the vision. The vision is to um, be comfortable without taking on a lot of stress. So if we wanted to get as big as possible, sure, we could go raise a bunch of money, we could get funding from venture capitalists, you know, get millions and millions of dollars, hire a bunch of people. Okay, now I'm the CEO and I'm like, you know, managing all these people. That's not in the cards for us. We're not looking for that kind of stress. So the goal would be either continue developing this by ourselves, just independent developers making this awesome app for people around the world, get it to a point where it is generating steady income that can support us for the rest of our lives. If we were to sell it, it would probably have to be for an amount that's going to give us a very comfortable life for many, many years. If not for the rest of our lives, it would have to be at least to give us a runway to start something else. But we're not really set on that. The idea right now is just build, get the passive income up, basically, and then start doing other things with that. That was a really long answer, but does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's interesting to see, man, because like for me in my mind, right, I don't I don't have an end goal, right? Like, dude, I want to build this company as
Mm,
fucking, and this is just me. This is
right,
Brad, right?
right,
I go
right,
big or
right.
go home. I want to build this company. Like, our goal is to take over
Mm,
Tampa. And then when we take over Tampa and do what we do, then what's next? We have so many steps, and there's never an end goal. Which, dude, I like because it's not, dude, there's no right and
hmm.
wrong. Like kind of that. But I love that, man, just because like for me, it's like I want it all and I want to keep going. Like that never satisfied mentality is just like keep building, keep going, keep going, keep
Yeah,
going. And never stop, which is probably gonna kill me one day. But that's just my personality and
yeah,
my trait.
yeah. It's not my thing. We're different in that aspect. I
Yeah.
definitely want to keep building, keep getting better and better until it's at a very comfortable level. I mean, you know what I mean by that. I'm talking, you know, like very, very comfortable.
Oh,
But I'm not willing to let this impact my quality of life. I'm not willing to let it take over my
yeah.
life where it gets to the point where, you know, I'm not satisfied unless we grow by 10% every year or something like that. You know, it's like once I'm covering my expenses and I can live very comfortably, there are other more important things for me. You know, I can spend my time doing other things, um, whatever that is, traveling, helping other people, building something else. Um, you know, there are higher goals than just getting financially stable. But I think that is a prerequisite. You
Yeah.
know, you can't go out and help the world if you're not financially stable. Like, what are you gonna do?
I tell my guys all the time, you can't give somebody something you
Right,
don't
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna be able to change. No, that's fire, man. That's cool, dude. I'm happy we hopped on this, dude. I'm pumped to see you and your adventure, dude. I'm so stoked that you and your brother, dude, like quit your jobs. Like the biggest thing you got to do is cut your safety nets
Mm,
off,
yeah.
dude. Go. You got to go
Right.
all in. Sink or swim, bro. Like you doing this, you're sinking or swimming. Like there's no freaking. You don't have floats on
Right.
anymore. You don't have a life vest on anymore. It's all in, dude, and it's really going to. I can't wait to follow up with you, dude, in 6 months, a year, and dude, talk about the shit that you've had to do to keep this thing fucking
Yeah, I'd
afloat.
love to do that, especially in a
Eh,
year. Flow Savvy will either be very successful or gone. There's no in between.
Yeah, and it'll be cool to see, man, what you do because like this is your baby, and ultimately like the choice is yours and your
Right.
brother's. I mean that's and that's my opinion. My opinion is like, dude, this is your baby, this is your company, and if it survives or fails, it's
Yeah,
on you.
it's pretty crazy.
And it's nuts, man. Like, bro, I we have like 25 people on our payroll right now.
That's
Like, dude, in a year and a half, and for me, and that's gonna go way bigger. But like, I have to think back and see, man, dude, I pay like 25 people to live their lives, bro.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, dude, if I fuck up, yeah, dude, if I fuck up and I fail, or I make a bad move, or we go under, like, dude, this is not only affecting like me, my family, my shit, but dude, I'm fucking 25 people out of their livelihood that all of a sudden they have to go out and find something new. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is wild. That is such a huge responsibility. I think sometimes with the big companies, you kind of lose that perspective. But me knowing you personally, where it's like, you're my friend, I've known you for several years, Brad Liston, knowing that you have this responsibility, you have 25 people on the payroll, that is huge. That is a huge number. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's and dude, I don't really think about it because it's like that's my life, man. It is what it is, right? And it's funny to like sometimes I have to step back and like paint the
Yeah,
picture. People always tell me like, dude, what you've built is
yeah,
crazy. What you're doing is awesome. Like you should be proud of yourself. And me, I'm like not proud of myself. I haven't won.
mm,
Like I haven't got to where I want to be. Like and it's cool, but it's that winning mindset and becoming like, dude, invested. I'm
right.
all in. But it's cool to see, man. It's cool to talk to people that have made sacrifices, jumps, cut the safety nets off to get to where they're at, dude. And I wish you nothing, dude. Obviously, you're my friend. Um, Success, kick ass, bro. Not to get personal, dude, but make your dad proud, and I
Yeah,
mean that, bro.
absolutely.
Dude, yeah, man, dude, kick ass, bro. Fucking, the money's been printed. Go fucking collect it.
Yeah,
Man, we have one life, dude, and like you said, dude, keep dreaming, keep living big, dude. I wish your brother success, dude, and man, let's rock it, dude, and let's do it together, man. It's nice to know that we're not in this together. That we have people out there that are one rooting for us, and two that are going through the same fucking shit we
right.
are, man. And we're gonna come out on the other
Yeah,
side.
it is nice to have. Well, it's just speaking personally, it's nice to have you around where I know someone else is on the same grind, very different grind, but someone else is on their grind doing the same thing, and I really appreciate this friendship. I would wish you the same thing about the success and all that, but I know I don't have to wish you that because you're just gonna get it.
Yeah.
There's that's
Hey,
the only way. It's the only way, man.
that's it for us, man. And I think like when you made that comment, dude, I think of someone like Bill Gates and Phil Knight. One made shoes and one invented freaking
Right.
Microsoft. And you think like but shit like that, and it's so cool to see, man. Like whatever you're good at and whatever you're called to do, fucking do it. And I tell my guys all the time, and we'll end on this, dude. I want to talk about this: is perfect your craft. Find whatever you're fucking good at and perfect your
Yep.
motherfucking craft. Then pay everybody else what you're not good
Yeah.
at. So you can continue to do what you're excellent at. And that's one thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur and as a business person. I know how to sell. I know how to communicate. I know how to lead my sales teams. I know how to bring in direct revenue. So what am I going to focus on? That and
Yep.
that only.
Yeah, that's why we're focusing on the individual user. Like where I was talking about earlier, we're focusing on the individual user because we can do that really well. We are perfecting that experience and getting rid of everything else. So yeah, I just couldn't agree more.
No, that's fire, man. Well, dude, it's great talking to you, brother. And dude, I wish you the best, man. And keep kicking ass, dude. Keep letting me know what how the business is going, dude. Please, when you're laying in bed at night, dude, and you don't know how the fuck it's gonna work, call
Yeah.
me, bro. Cause dude, I've been there, and I'm there all the
Yeah,
time, bro,
I
all the
appreciate that,
time.
man. I appreciate that.
But yeah, it's part of the journey, bro. But dude, we'll chat soon, dude. And it was good to to catch up and to hear your story, your life, your opinions, the way you think. It was good to dive in and get on a
Yeah,
deeper
this was
level.
fun. We chat every once in a while, but this was good to get a little deeper, get some of your thoughts. This is fun. Appreciate the invite.
Oh yeah, bro. Collab, man. All right, bro. We'll chat soon,
Okay,
dude. You
talk
have a
soon.
good one,
Bye.
bro. See ya.